Welcome to another episode of Quaid Cannot Leave Anything Alone. This is like episode 7,000,009, but we are here with the good old E92 M3 sitting behind me. She's been sitting for a while, super dusty, haven't even driven the thing in like 3 months. She's kind of sitting here. We did have some leak on my valve cover again because I may or may not have pinched the gasket putting it in. So it's been a tad bit leaking. I noticed when I rubbed my hand down there just doing a little inspection. We have our upcoming annual mountain trip. As you guys know, we went last year in the vet and it was freaking awesome. Kind of sad we're not taking the vet now because Justin's got the vet, but hey, we got Dream Car E92 M3. Hopefully we're gonna have some coilovers on it by then. We got tires good, we got the brakes checked. While we're doing valve covers, why we have all this stuff off, what we're going to go ahead and dive into is painting the valve covers, new valve covers that we're getting from Hindle, and we're going to paint this engine bay. It has triggered me that this stuff is not the same color as the car, and underside the hood we're also going to do, and we're going to repaint the hood, because the older this hood gets, the texture is starting to come through like more and more in the hood, and I'm really not happy with it. It is a Saban hood, so I don't understand why it's doing that, but I don't know, it was fine, it was kind of cool, like you could see the texture in it compared to the fender, and it was like, oh, okay, that's real carbon fiber, you know, and stuff. But now the more I see it, especially when it's beside the fender, like panel to panel, fender's super smooth, no orange peel or anything, and then you have the hood, it just looks like it got sprayed with like a bed liner gun or something, so I'm not happy with that. Also going to do the jams in the trunk, and then we're also going to do another little surprise we have coming up. Video will be up soon, and then I'll tell you what that surprise is. But it also involves painting and some more body work. Let's go ahead and dive into this. I've already got the valve covers off. It's kind of boring, or, you know, bore you guys with that. I'll walk you through what we're about to take off and going from there, guys. So what we have right here is valve covers off and everything. And what we have is the part that I'm going to paint. Don't know why this wasn't painted. This is fender I put on, OEM fender, and this is other fender. It also wasn't painted on the inside, and I kind of got it over there. So we're also going to tape this off right inside this lip. Go ahead and paint all this nice. Get this thing painted nice. All of this stuff will be painted. There's really not a lot on the E90s. They don't do like a whole metal piece like on the E46s and 36s. This is just a plastic like splash shield. So we're going to get all this gunk out of here, and we're just going to paint the metal parts, take all of this stuff off of the back and everything, and get all this done so it looks super nice. I'm debating whether or not I should paint this too. I think I might, just because to be different, and why not, because it kind of goes across the top into another metal piece and leave all the plastic black. So you can buy these painted from IND in your color code, or however you want to buy them, like M stripes or whatever. I'm not doing any of that crazy stuff, but I'm going to paint it. I'm going to color match this top to the car because we are painters here at Auto Haas, and this is what we do is paint. So that's why we're going to do this. So another thing we're going to do is paint this cover right here. You can buy these in carbon, but they're like $2,000, and I really don't see a point in that because there's no performance gains. It's just aesthetics, and I'm the only one that looks at my engine bay, and I really don't see the justification in that, is where that could go to my big brake kit in the future, and et cetera, et cetera. So we're going to paint this though. We're going to tape this off, paint this top piece, same color as my car. Might do some carbon work on it like I did on the E36. I'm not sure. Like, probably just going to leave these same color as car as well. We have some single stage high temp enamel paint we're going to put on there, or urethane, excuse me, and then this is just going to be base clear on the sides. Or I might do it all in the one stage. I haven't completely decided yet. And then we'll do it underside the hood as well and clean this up, because I'm really not happy with this hood, and I can't say I recommend it, honestly. So look where they put these vents in, they're like glued in. See the glue whenever the car gets hot? I have noticed that it would leak onto these little covers for the coil packs. The hood's getting redone. Kind of want to buy a new hood, but hood does look good. Design, it's just like the little finicky stuff, you know. Okay, we're pretty much ready. We're going to tack it, spray some adhesion promoter on it, and go from there about putting some base coat on it. We got the car all taped up, wrapped up in plastic. Wheels, like I said, we're not really cared about. Shouldn't get too much overspray on the hood. We're completely redoing, so we don't care about that either. But everything else should be taped up the way it should be. We're going to go ahead and mix some more of this paint, because the actual paint that I mixed, I'm going to leave for the hood to ensure that I have a good match on my fenders. For the engine bay, we're just going to mix this paint coat and add the paint to it, like the pearl and the other colors I did to make that custom color, versus using the custom color I already have left over in the gallon can still, so that way I ensure that it matches just in case if anything has changed. I don't want any risks here. Okay, so here's our OEM color. Here's everything that goes in the OEM color. Make some 15 ounces of it, but we're going to go ahead and change this up a little bit and maybe make it a little more sparkly than the outside. Maybe, maybe not. I'm gonna add a little bit more pearl in here to make this a little bit different, a little more sparkly. Just kind of switch it up a little bit just because it is the engine bay and it can be a little different. It doesn't have to match perfectly unless I wanted it to, and I don't know if I do. We're gonna see what I come up with. We're gonna begin with our 671. I'm gonna grab this off our machine. And I'm probably going to fill this quart up because it's almost empty. Go ahead and start dumping this. This is a dark blue toner going in here first. Yeah, we're definitely going to have to add more. Okay, now we can finish adding our 671. Six grams. We want 14 ounces of this. Okay. All right, and it is calling for our final pearl. This is a blue acrylic pearl. It's like a lot of bigger flake in it. It's gonna be more prominent with the light. We want 67 grams. All these pearls are gonna look white until like light will hit them. So that's why you're like, wait, that doesn't look like a blue pearl. All right. And this is the color mixed to the formula, not stirred up or anything yet. We're gonna go ahead and add a reducer so I can show you guys what it looks like, and then we're gonna spice it up a little bit. So you see what we're working with here. I do remember adding some white pearl to it the last time. I think we're also going to add maybe some silver pearl to kind of bring some bigger flake into it. That is also in the factory, well, the Auto Haas pearl I made, not really factory, it's factory for me. It's the factory color I put on the car, but it's not factory from BMW. But I do remember adding white and silver pearl to the paint when I painted it. I can't remember exactly what else I have to pour the formula up, but we're definitely going to go ahead and add some white and silver to it. Just give it more pop and let it stand out a little better. So I have some white acrylic pearl here. We're going to go ahead and throw this in there and see what it does. All right, now we're going to add some medium aluminum. It's like a silver pearl. Not even really a pearl, it's just basically straight silver. Nice to it. There we go. A little splash of that. This, and see what it gives us. Could have ruined the whole thing here, guys. Could have ruined the whole thing. Could you believe that? Like, it's definitely profound, and it stands out really well. I think that's exactly what we were looking for. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, we have the dirty E92 M3 here, as you can see, sitting in the corner as always. You see here, this doesn't really add up, not at all. Factory did not paint the trunk jam at all for whatever reason here. So what we are going to do is go in here and color match this like we did the engine bay to make this look a lot better, because as you see, it does not color match and it triggers me. So what I'm doing is I peeled the seal off. I am cleaning this very thoroughly. We're gonna get all the gunk and stuff out of here, like all that little stuff right there. We got this majorly clean. We're gonna go ahead and sand it really good, deconnect the trunk and all that stuff. Go ahead and spray this and ensure that everything gets color matched on the car, because I am beginning to be OCD about it. But got some new parts on the way. Should have been delivered to Hindles today. So that's freaking exciting. Sorry guys, I'm really excited about that one. Really excited about that one. Been waiting for it for a minute. Hard to find some in stock these days, but Hendall's the plug and he's got us hooked up with that. But nonetheless, so what you see right here is the trunk jams all taped off. Car is covered up in sheets, paper, all that good stuff. We are about ready to go get the paint. I mixed enough because this is, see guys, I plan this stuff. I plan this very well. See, this is in the back of my head when we were doing the engine bay. So, you know, your boy Quaid, he mixed up enough paint to do the trunk jams too, because why not? Why not? You know, we can do it all. We're gonna do it all. Freaking sick. It's gonna match, have all the nice pearl in it. I'm gonna be the only one that ever sees this, and that's okay, and I freaking love that. So we're gonna go ahead and get this knocked out and do a little time lapse for you guys. Let's get straight into painting. All right, just got back from dinner with the boys, and seems it's clear. It's pretty dry. We put the really fast clear on it. It's almost dry. So what we're gonna go ahead and do is go ahead and start untaping this stuff. It looks freaking good. It's so good. Just when you open the trunk now, it just all matches. It looks clean. It looks great, guys. It looks great. This needs to happen on every car. Like every car, not even just BMWs. Every freaking car. Just like that. When you open the trunk now, just pop this thing open. It's going to match, and it's going to be so much better. Match right here, match everywhere. Super happy with this. Get this tape off, see what it freaking looks like. All right, everybody. Excuse the fan noise in the background. We have painted the M3 engine bay, all that good stuff, but there's one big piece. It's a very big piece there. You could point out, you know, in the center right here. It's not painted. That is a problem. We're going to fix that problem today. We're going to go ahead and color match the intake, do the center of the intake like I've been wanting to do. I got a cool design I wanted to do. Also kind of want to add some carbon to it or something. I think I want to add carbon. We're going to see. We're going to go get this bad boy off. Got my little Milwaukee quarter inch ratchet right here. We're going to get this bad boy off and kind of see what I want to do with it. Do a cool design, paint it, and just help the engine bay aesthetics more. All right, we are in the booth. It took a little bit of tedious time taping this. Not too much time, just making sure I got everything right, got my lines crisp and clean. So I'm going to show you, we also have my lip in here on the stand in its rough form to get some adhesion promoter and various things applied to it before it gets clear coated, because it's kind of ruined and I've tried to save it because we're going to track the car. So I don't see any point in buying another $500 front lip when it's probably going to get ruined on track. So just fix this one, make it a little more aesthetically pleasing, and put it back on the car versus having it absolutely totaled and put it back on the car. But the main focus here is this intake. Let's show you guys what I got and how I'm taping this off. I think it's gonna look really good, really good. So here's my intake, all taped off. Everything is good. Those don't come out unless you break them. I couldn't figure out how. Those as well, I was bending and possibly breaking those, so I just taped those off, didn't take them off. Yeah, and this is how we're doing the whole thing. So I taped it off. I was going to do a cool piece of like carbon on the inside or something, but I actually don't have any unless it's honeycomb carbon, and I'm really just not feeling that. But this is how it's taped off. It looks super clean. I'm super excited to see how this thing looks. All right, we're done. We're done. I have everything painted, everything cleared. It looks freaking good, dude. It looks so good. I cannot contain my happiness right now. I'm so excited to put this stuff on the car, see it. I used a different backer on the intake, and so it's a little darker, I think, but it's in the engine bay and it shouldn't be that bad. Depends how you catch it with the light, really, depending if it's too dark or not. But like I said, guys, I did put a different pearl in there, so it might have darkened it up a little bit, but it's gonna be perfectly fine. It should match just fine. It still has that bright blue hue to it. As far as the lip goes, like I said, I'm aware. This thing is gonna get wrecked at the track. We're gonna PPF it after this just to help prolong it a little bit longer. But like I said, versus spending another $500 to just throw out there and waste, we just repaired this one. There's really no need to do a different one. It's gonna help and do what it needs to do. Not really any function, I don't think, with this one. Maybe, I could be wrong, I'm not even sure. But we have it up here. It is cleared. It has a little spice in it. I put some spice in it, just a little bit of seasoning. But let me show you these two beauties. They look great. So here's the lip. Up close, you kind of can't see. I guess, yeah, all of this is pearl. Yeah, I'll show you guys in the sun. It's not perfect. Like I said, there's still some rough edges at the bottom and everything, but for the most part, it looks freaking good. This is our beauty, though. This is our beauty. You can't see it. It's too freaking beautiful, dude. Guys, that is gonna do it for this video. Super cool things happening to the M3 and finally getting to customize it and finally doing what I want, finally diving into it and just getting back into the groove of working on the car and enjoying it, enjoying the process. Trying to switch up the content here for you guys between the X5, between the M3, and just doing a bunch of different things. More M3 content is coming because we have to have that thing prepped and ready to go to the mountains, and I cannot wait for that trip. Guys, thank you so much for watching this video. It means the world to me. If you liked it, please leave me a like. If you didn't, leave me a dislike. Hope you have a wonderful day, morning, night, afternoon, whenever you're watching this video. I hope you have an awesome time, and I hope this brought you some value and entertainment, and I really hope you enjoyed the content. Thank you so much for taking time out of your day to watch it, and I can't wait to see you on the next episode.